thank everyone that hasn't made it due to their family and work commitments. So if you could all thank him personally, we will thank him on the road. We thank people close to us that couldn't make it due to those commitments, that'd be great. I'm delighted to become a member of the, well, legally a member of the Shanks family. But to be honest, I felt a part of the family the first time I came up to Samoa. It was just a genuine, heartfelt welcome, and it's remained that way. I realised that when you first met me, you probably thought, who is this Glasgow Barn? But hopefully over the last couple of years you've realised that I'm indeed a Glasgow Barn. Hopefully I like the one. I'd like to personally thank my sister for coming all the way over from Madrid. Great to see you.
See you soon.
Richard for taking care of the photographs today. We appreciate your effort.
I'll help you later.
Because I'm talking on behalf of Lorna and I, Lorna wants to personally thank my mum and dad for producing such a fine specimen. Without you two, I would never have been here. But all joking aside, I would like to thank us both for just generally being great parents over the years, supporting me when I needed you, and I would never have got where I've got to without you. I know that I don't mention it often enough, but you know what, I don't take it for granted. We'd like to thank everyone for their just overwhelming generosity with all the gifts we've been given. It's just been, you know, it has been overwhelming. And the two of them, all the olds of support. Some of you may not know I'm wearing my Uncle Jimmy's kilt today. I feel very honoured to be wearing it, and I know that if he was here, he'd be very proud of me getting married to Lorna, and if he'd have met Lorna, he would have said to me, son, that one's a keeper. I know he would. On that note, I'm just left with Lorna to thank. I would like to thank you for having a shitty, unreliable boiler. If you never had that, I would never have been your knight in shining armour. And meeting you over 2 years ago was honestly just a breath of fresh air. In a world full of dolly birds, it's amazing just to meet somebody with a bit of substance, someone who could hold a decent conversation, and just had an addicted. I was addicted to your wee way about it. I can honestly say since that day I've never looked back. So on that note, I'd like to propose a toast to health and happiness for all, and to a long happy future for me and Lorna.
Cheers! 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 Cheers!
Here goes. I hope you'll get verification for all this. I'm coming up that sense so I don't need to look Jamie in the eye. Public speaking isn't one of my strong points, but I had a wee chat with my trusted friend Arthur Guinness, and he's cheering me up ever so slightly, so he's took the edge off it. First of all, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'd just like to thank you all for coming. I must say it's great to see so many who have turned up at such short notice. First of all, I'd like to comment on how amazing the bride looks.
Beautiful, Lorna!
You look absolutely stunning. Most of you know who I am, but if you don't and you haven't already guessed, I'm Jamie's twin brother. Jamie spoke to me about the wedding, explaining it's fairly low key, there's no really a best man as such, but if you knew how competitive Jamie and I were, then you'd know he'd never admit I was the best at anything. So, you don't need to say it, there's no stress, but you can say a few words if you like. So, here I am. Jamie, you're not getting halfway at that lesson.
So, how did Lorna and Jamie meet? As we just heard, Lorna's boiler broke down, Jamie turned up to fix it. And now today, they're both in their wed. So it's clear to see British Gas can offer a few optional extras for the toilet. And Lorna clearly took the platinum. So I suppose my job today is to tell you a wee bit about Jamie. He is one of life's characters. He has various eccentricities. He's very honourable. He's very reliable. He's very trustworthy. I'll give you an example. When I passed my test, when I was 19, Jamie hadn't passed his driving test yet. But he was good at driving. He's like, Mark, can I drive the car? And if I get caught, I'll just say that I'm you. I'm like, right, okay, don't be speeding now. I'd rather get caught if I'm doing the speeding. And just today, he gave a taxi driver the key to his front door to put it under the mat. So, trust other people. He's very impulsive, Jamie. And maybe that's rubbed off on Lorna because I've booked a wedding and here we are 3.5 years. Jamie has many good qualities. He's sensible. One time he admitted himself to hospital for exhaustion. Back in all weekend is very tiring. He's persistent. Week in and week out, he'll be back at that casino trying to win his money. He's very generous. One time Jamie and I were walking down Buchanan Street and he decided to put a £20 note in an old man's top pocket just for a laugh. Personally, I think a tenner would have done it, but that was He's very humorous, which any of you have maybe been on a night out with Jamie or went to a party with Jamie and you've not actually had to put him to bed at 9 o'clock, but you'll know that he is humorous. He's been a great brother to me. Sometimes I even confuse myself with him. I pass off his stories as my own. Right that time I met Ralph. So, Jamie, I would say, has been the somewhat unluckier twin as far as injuries are concerned. For instance, he painfully dislocated his kneecap a few years ago. Not while doing an extreme sport or anything of that sort that you would expect to dislocate a kneecap, no. Jamie was dancing in a nightclub. He dislocated his kneecap and he had to be carried down the stairs by a bouncer. It turned out to be my dad's pal. Into an ambulance and get his kneecap put back into place. He came off a motorbike once on holiday, just young guys, 20. Jamie's on the bike, like big gas in the back, hugging on him, and he's racing somebody else. Jamie's at the front. He's on a corner, car coming, swerves out the way, hits a rock, he's flying into a tree, 15 stone gas hanging onto the back of him. Jamie's taking the brunt of all the damage. Bang, 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 right into a tree, all these branches snapping off him. Lumps and bruises all there, him into hospital, broke his finger, and he ended up with 3 stitches on his cheekbone, which you probably noticed the scar. So, he was unlucky, but a wee bit of luck there, an inch higher, right into his eye, could have lost his eye, or even worse. He's burst his head open a few times, he's burst his fingers a few times, you'll show you one of his fingers, he hit it that hard, it now looks like a wee spoon, because it's all flat. When we were younger, we stayed in Glenboy, my dad was teaching us how to ride a bike. On the back of the saddle, pushing you down the hill, heading for the grass, no bother, I went first. Jamie went second, down the hill, heading for the only thing at the bottom of the hill, a big lamppost. Again, to take me back, when we were younger, Jamie broke his arm, which technically wasn't really bad luck or even his fault, because I pushed him. Right after the bin shed, down he went, broke his arm. And I was more concerned that he was going to tell my mum and dad. Don't tell mum, don't tell dad. So, he's not had a lot of luck. My favourite story, which I'm going to tell you, it's slightly embarrassing, but I'm telling it anyway. Takes me back 15, 16, we're down at the park, we've got the bikes ways, we're playing the swings, whatever, what I did. And we decided we were going to go cycling somewhere, so we're all rushing for the bikes, grab the bikes to jump on. And Jamie somehow gets one of his crown jewels under his leg and jumps right on it. Sits right on it. Half the room here will realise just how sore that made me. So a few days later, he's sitting talking to me, he's getting increasingly distressed, but he's not really saying much about it. And he's like, you know, I'm going to this party at the weekend, an entity. He's like, "Oh, that lassie that I've kissed a couple of times gone." And I went, "Right," and he went, "Kind of worried I'm going to end up in the room with her." And I'm like, usually that's not a 15, 16-year-old worry, usually you'd be buzzing if that was going to happen. He was like, "You know how I jumped on one of my ghoulies?" He's like, "I swelled up a wee bit." I went, "How big are we talking here?" And he's like, "Size of a tennis ball." So, to be honest, I can't really remember what advice I offered at the time, but I must have been thinking if the lassie's played a couple of games of ping pong, I'm sure she'd notice if she was paddling a tennis ball. So, along the lines of Jamie having bad luck, he has always had slightly the worst luck, and I could tell 100 stories of it, 100 funny stories about Jamie. But I've obviously got to keep it clean today with the kind of clientele sitting here today. One that came to mind was a time when the two of us lived together in a flat. We decided to buy a wee car that a guy in my work was selling. And we bought it on a Friday or something, and I never had time to insure it or tax it. I was going to do it the next day. Jamie thought it was a brilliant idea to take a girl on a date that night. He was like, "Oh, I've got the car." So he's heading into Edinburgh, going to Edinburgh Castle, whatever he was doing. And he's driving along the expressway, 50 mile an hour. And he looks at the window and a car wheel goes right by him. All happens in a split second. All of a sudden, bang, back end of the car goes right down. Sparks flying everywhere. The wheel has come right off the car. Jamie swerving into the hard shoulder. God knows what the lassie's face is looking like. Pulls it in safely, miraculously. The wheel fires right over the other side of the road. Doesn't hit the car, right into the woods. Jamie gets out the car. Well, how did I get away with that? And then it dawns on him, hold on a minute. I've no tax, no insurance, what if the police come, I'm going to get captured here, phones me, panic stations, what am I going to do, what am I going to do? So my advice was, hide in a bush, I'll get a recovery vehicle, and we'll go down and we'll sort it out. So that's what happened. So clearly we've kind of heard Jamie's not had a lot of luck. But since he met Lorna, his luck has changed. I've never seen Jamie so happy. In fact, give me a minute, I've got lost it. Jamie's luck has changed since meeting Lorna. For all his eccentricities and his personality traits, Lorna embraces him, she nourishes him, and I've never seen Jamie so settled and happy. For many years there I was known as the good-looking twin, but since bloody Lorna came along, Jamie's dressing better, he's getting better haircuts, he's looking healthier, and look how sharp he is tonight. He could be giving me a shot at the title here. So I've never seen Jamie so happy or so in love, apart from when he's with his wee dog Dan. But on a serious note, Lorna, I think you're an absolutely lovely woman in every sense, and I'm delighted, and I'm sure I speak for the whole Forest family, but I'm delighted to have you as part of the family, and I'm thrilled to have you as a sister-in-law.
Here, here.
So, I'd just like to finish things up by saying, Lorna, just have a look at your mum and dad, they're still married, happily, with 4 kids. My mum and dad, still married, happily, 3 kids. May you and Jamie's path continue in that fashion. And I'd like to raise a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Forrest.
Mr. and Mrs. Forrest. Cheers.